Howdy, folks. Chris McBreaker here. Oh, am I excited! My light kits came in. I managed to get these on trade. I had a whole bunch of stuff from Whatnot that I didn't really want. I got it for free, so I traded it all to an individual who's selling these on Facebook. And I was on pin. I was worried the whole way, but it came through. So I already opened this one. I was just so excited. I had to check it out, and as soon as I opened it, I was like, "Uh oh, I think I'm gonna end up eating some of my words," because I thought this was like it wasn't gonna be that good. But, oh, this looks amazing in here. So we'll talk about the Roman one first, but I don't think I'm gonna use the Roman one on this. I notice that there's a different hue of light, and I have a feeling that these ones are gonna be more of like a fire tannish light, and this will be a bright neon or a bright fluorescent light. So, and I want this version, but to get this for what I traded, I'm happy. I'm happy. Uh, Now, it came with these instructions, and and in here they have a little support for all kinds of reasons to hit them up. Even if you can't even figure out how to use it, they'll help you. So I thought that was really cool. And these instructions are, I think it's really cool. It shows you how to tear it apart correctly and then build it back together. This is almost like Lego instructions themselves as it's built. So that's really good. That's cool. And these packets are all brand new. This brand originally came out, I want to say 2015 is when I first started seeing them. And they were the same price then as they are today. So if you take inflation for a factor, that means they got cheaper. All right. And it's a very good fair market price for what you're getting here on a light kit and what you would spend getting official Lego light stuff. All right. It took me good 5-year period of bricklinking to order one light at a time per person just to get a decent price. And 90% of the time, people are like, I don't know if it works. And here's the thing. It could work when the seller ships it, but by the time you get it, all that rattling could have broke the bulb. All right. I have a lot of sets that use these lights, so I was buying them for multiple reasons. And we'll come back to this later. But I wanted to show you, you were pretty much forced to use this before 2015. Like, if you wanted lights in your set and you wanted to display it at a convention, 90% of the time they were like, oh, you had to have these kind of lights or you weren't allowed to display it. So I don't like the idea of restricting a kid's imagination. We should do more illegal bricking. Like, when I was a child, I did stuff like this, except with a 1x4, and I used a file to make a slit for the wire. And I removed all the center studs inside the 1x4, and I placed a Christmas tree light in there. I had just the right size ones. Slipped them in there, and that was how I did some lights for a moment. I've tried to look for some of my old modified Legos, but I ended up throwing a lot of them away because it's like people just keep, as soon as they see them, they want to trash it. So I got rid of them. I do have some magnets that I spent a lot of money on those magnets, so I didn't tear those apart. But we'll come back to the magnet project later. That was a cool one. I just want to open this up. I'm kind of like delaying myself intentionally because I'm so nervous. This is like the first time I got to touch these. I've been looking at this for 8 years. This is a first time review. And they look amazing. I have no complaints on this at all. Other than I would have put a rubber jacket over the white wire. And I may still do that. Like, this is where I'll pull out a roll of electrical tape or those custom printed duct tapes and make my own casing. And we have to be acceptable for that. Okay? That's where it's like you're going to see some outside materials coming in. And I'm over this rule book of illegal bricking. I'm done hearing about it. All right, we're gonna keep this one brand new because I'm gonna end up using this for my train station build, Western train station. And if you want to see the Lego, I'll tell you what. I'll show you the Lego mess, just so you know I'm being serious. Because there's just so many people out there that talk. It fit in here before. That's all right. I'll just set it to the side. Yes, there's a Lego mess. Here's part of the train station. I was just messing around. I was going to do a stage for whatnot. And then I got Ford Eldorado. All right. And then here's what's underneath the cabinet. And that's a genuine Maersk. I just keep the stickers nice and safe. The Disney castle I got recently. That's what's been distracting me from my friend's build. That and all the figs. All right. Back to the lights. I hope that came out good. Oh, all right. I want to plug some power into this. And they're gray. All right, that's cool. I was worried about that. Came with a little baggie of parts. Let's see what that's about. One of those USBs. Orange dots. Oh, those look really cool. And it looks like they're official Lego, just with modified light bulb inside them. That is really cool. Okay, we have an individual light packet here. Number 3. All right, I really want to look at the box. It came with 2 boxes. Interesting. I don't know if I was supposed to do that. That's all right. All right. On, off. That. Okay, and they are double A's. I always recommend doing the rechargeable, folks. And never store your batteries in your devices. They put this chip inside them that sends a frequency throughout the battery, and that causes that corrosion. It's like think of it like one of those Zen bells, and that's how that happens. I think I'm crazy, but no. I think things are designed to fail intentionally. All right, I guess this slides. Yep, it slides. All right. And there's a screw for it if I want it that way. But there's no screw in there. Okay. I'll have to geek out on the Daily Bugle. This is the first time I'm actually getting to see it up close. That's pretty cool. All right, I'll geek out on that later. All right, I gotta see one of the lights. Which one are we gonna do? I hope that's not too jumbled of a mess. I think it'll be all right. All right, this one's still wound up a little bit, so I'm gonna worry about it being a mess. Oh, that's good. Alright, so I got a lot of orange lights. Alright. I don't even know where to begin. Alright, we'll go ahead and take this out. Sorry, I'm being a little quiet here. I'm just thinking. Trick is I gotta put each light somewhere different. Huh. Huh. I'm just observing and enjoying it at the moment, folks. I'm sorry I'm being a little quiet. There's a lot of wire here that I'm noticing. And that's one of the downsides of repurposing something that was intended for something else is you're going to have to finesse it in. That looks really nice. Now you can see in there. So it looks like, see, here's something we could start parting out. All right, so that was, what was that bag number? Bag 2? I guess so. Oh, it's getting long. 15 minutes. Sorry I've been so quiet. Well, you see it working. I think I wanted to string it the other way around so it ends here and comes back down, and then have all these lights go through certain arcade machines that I could put in here to light up. So that'll light up this corridor, and that was bag 2. Bag 1 looks like it's a bunch of these tiles that are 1x2s and 1x4s. That could be used, I think, try to light this up. I don't know. I believe that looked more challenging than I originally thought because they don't fit underneath. They don't snap in, which that makes sense. I mean, I'm not being too picky, but that means it has to be brick in order for this to work and not plate. If I wanted to set something here, that would have to be brick. Now I can tuck the wire onto the ceiling. Okay, I can hide the wires, but it would have to be like I said, it'd have to be a brick to fit in there. So I'll have to keep looking through some bags. This didn't look too impressive. This is just 3 lights, 4 lights in bag, 5 lights in bag 3. That would explain what this probably is. These are extensions, I bet, or diverters. So I can plug multiple items in one box. Let's see. We got, 2 for 1. So that's pretty cool. But it's kind of a little bulky. All right, I understand we want to be using this, but if we're in micro scale, all right, in 2015, we should have accepted this a long time ago. Now that it's been out for so long, everyone should already be agreeing that this could be updated into something different. It doesn't have to work with the cell phones. They're not really providing options anyway. Well, there is that breaker that you can get a what do they call that thing? A surge protector, but in this, if you wanted to. It's more like multiple ports. I'm not sure how that computer stuff would work with AA batteries, though. How many of these do you guys stack together? Can you stack these together to make battery banks? So I got a lot of questions. I'm putting a lot of thought into it. Oh, this is so cool. See, like, I'd put this part in a Christmas tree, use that in a Christmas tree, and I can hide the white bricks. It's about repurposing your brick into something else, and this was something new. It's non-official Lego, but I'm seeing Lego stamps. It's just hard to make everyone happy. You know what? You just need to get over that rule book and open your creativity. There's going to be a lot more projects coming out of me to do that. I kind of like grandfather clocks, and I've always wanted to turn a grandfather clock into a generator just for fun. But instead of having a gear that goes like this, it's just a continuing spinning motor to power a transmission, which would go to a generator. I don't think it'll get the amps I want, but I will get volts. So that's the difference in electricity, amps and volts. And you can't make Lego go fast enough to get those amps. But with capacitors, you can make a really good charge. I mean, those pocket tasers work for a certain reason. It's just not child safe. And we need to change that. Like, there's a number of reasons why those devices aren't available in Lego. And later on in videos, I'll explain why. But I don't want to get in too much trouble too fast for talking too much. All right? Later on, you'll understand. Tripod generation. Let's just say that. All right, folks. It's been fun. You got to see my first reaction to these lights. First time I ever got to use it. I would take this and go on the outside. I now know I want multiple bag 2s out of the Daily Bugle. So, since people like to rip sets apart, let's start ripping these apart. I'm sure I'm not the only one who wants these. If they're wanting this, I guess I can buy another box and figure out a trade for this. Like, I'll trade one of these for two of these. There you go. I think that would be an equal trade. I'll trade bag 1 for 2 of bag 2s. There you go. And yeah, folks, keep on bricking.